fucking trying. We are fucking back, YouTube.
No, we're not.
This is Zillion, and you obviously know me. And if you don't know me, I'm a young 24-year-old trying to make it out here.
Hockey game.
Currently, we are watching a hockey game right now. So much to catch up on, but so little time, honestly.
So can we put the game on? That's what they really want to see.
We're not focused on the game right now. We are focused on the content that we are about to bring. I am bringing back the energy. I am ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fired up, honestly. I took 2 years off, man, but it's been the best 2 years, honestly, ever. I've had a lot of self-growth. I've had a lot of self-development going on. Really trying to figure out my own path out here. Really trying to do my own thing. So there's a lot of things I'm cooking up. I'm excited to kind of bring my journey along now and really do things right a little bit. So we also got Faith up in the cribbo. Faithion is what we call her. So we currently have this NHL game going on right now. Trying to hit this, but if we don't, you're never gonna hear me talk about it again. But if we do hit it, then I'll show you guys what we hit. Anyways, what we got cooking up, we're gonna meet up with a friend. Met him at a Tony Robbins event last week. He's a young 18-year-old entrepreneur, so we want to see what he's doing, how he's doing it, and maybe, learn some advice from him. Some of you guys watching out there, maybe you guys are young too, trying to figure out, all right, what do I do? So we're just gonna sit down, have a nice little lunch, and hopefully get some good knowledge. But I'm excited to be back. We're gonna hit this bet, and then we'll see you guys soon. We are back, guys. So we are actually gonna meet Joshua just right now. We are headed to the Breakfast Club. So he probably already has a table here for us. So we're gonna step inside, do a little bit of recording, do a little bit of content, and then go from there. Those that don't know, this is Joshua. We actually met just last week at a Tony Robbins event. Do you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself? Kind of what's your profession? What did you jump into, and how'd you jump into it?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Joshua Green. I'm 18 years old here in Arizona. I am a licensed life insurance agent, and I also work with annuities. So I give people more for their money.
What made you jump into this profession? Well, you're 18, so a lot of more business to look into. But what was it like jumping into this profession, and why this profession out of basically everything and anything else?
Yeah, so I never planned to become a life insurance agent. It was never a dream. I was working at Rubio's Coastal Bureau.
Got you.
As the cashier.
Okay.
And this was around 3 months in, just working daily. I didn't really like working in the fast food industry, and I knew I wanted to do more. So my current mentor now, Barbara James, she recruited me. She was like, I love your work ethic. You have a good attitude.
You hold yourself sharp, my man.
Yeah, thank you. She said I would be perfect for the team. So she gave me her business card. I was a little hesitant. I was like, this can't be for real.
Yeah, so young. Still getting into it.
So about a month later, I actually forgot about it, but I remembered her card. So I called her because I was ready to quit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call her and see how it goes. And when I found out the benefits of life insurance and how beneficial it is for everyone, how important it is, I had a passion for it. I wanted to help as many people as I can. Yeah.
And what is it? Is it more about helping people, or is it about kind of exploring a little bit more about yourself and seeing, okay, is this something I want to do in the long run, or is this something I just want to kind of jump my feet into a little bit right now? Maybe meet a little bit more of investors, a little bit of more people, and see what they have as well.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. What captivated me, what was very intriguing and caught my attention was the pay, because it pays extremely well.
Gotcha.
And then I learned that a lot of my investments I can make can be through life insurance, and it's like a little loophole because life insurance or death benefit is tax-free. And there's something called cash flow insurance, where you are throwing money in a life insurance policy, and it has compound interest, and you're able to borrow from that money anytime you like. You don't have to really pay it back, because if you don't, it's going to be taken out of your death benefit.
That's awesome.
It's really good for real estate, because as a real estate investor, for me, I use loans for leverage. I don't want to just pay for a property in full. I'd rather get a loan and leverage it. So using a life insurance policy, you're able to take out a loan on it for a down payment for a real estate property.
So you kind of get ahead of the game rather than going to a big bank. Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot to it. And in the annuities aspect, it's very similar. There's different types. It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it's perfect if you're trying to grow cash value, or if you're looking for something that's going to pay you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And my focus is financial freedom. I want to be financially free.
There you go. I actually wanted to get into that. At such a young age, you already have this, what the 9 to 5 is like. I know I see all these older guys. I personally, like at my old job, I would always see these older guys, and they always came in and they always had the same attitude. They always had the same momentum going into work. Going, I'm just here for another week. It's the same week over and over and over again. So, what was the breaking point for you in going, this isn't my life. This isn't what I want to do. This is what I need to be doing right now.
Yeah, it was really just taking action.
Yeah.
Taking action. I already knew it, and a lot of people already know what they want. They just gotta do it. So that's how it was for me. I knew what I want. I knew what I had to do. So it was really just
Go out
doing
there and do it.
Yeah, and what included doing the work was studying to get my license.
Yeah.
Registering with Arizona.
That's not an easy
getting
test.
approved.
That's not an easy test, my
Yeah.
friend. I have a few agents in there out there, and they tell me all the time, like, that test was not easy. So
Yeah.
I know it took a lot of studying out of you.
Yeah, most definitely it did. It took a lot of studying.
What is your ultimate, I guess, goal right now? Is it being the financially stable and going, you know what, I have all this cash flow and now I want to continue doing with that? Or is it more of, I want to be free and I want to do my own thing?
I most definitely, like I said, it does pay well, but I most definitely see myself doing this as a long-term thing where I'm able to help people and educate people financially. So my goal right now is to create an agency, an insurance agency.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm currently focusing on is the life insurance agency.
Huge.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
you're trying to bring up the next generation basically
Yeah,
with
most
you.
definitely. Of course.
What was it like breaking out of your shell? Like, you're already this confident guy, you dress like you know what you're doing, you dress like you're $1 million. So what is it like tapping into that? And what advice could you give to anyone, including myself, because I sometimes struggle with, man, I don't know if I should put this out because what if others are gonna think of this, or what? How was it like breaking out of that?
Yeah, I'm actually still struggling with that, to be honest.
Got
I
you.
just make it till I make it.
Hey,
That's what
there you
I've been
go.
doing. But the thing that really helped me was mindset, changing your mindset. I had to have I had like a fixed mindset.
Yeah.
And it was very limiting. I had a lot of insecurities.
Gotcha.
So one thing that really helped me was loving myself.
Okay.
And I would tell myself affirmations every day. I still do.
Yeah.
And I started with stuff I believe because I had like a lot of insecurities.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
believe the affirmations I was saying. So I started with what I did believe.
Okay.
And I believe that I like my style. I like how I dress.
Yeah.
I like how I look. I like my haircut. I would
Yeah,
look in the mirror
yeah.
and just start with things like that.
Complimenting yourself.
Yeah, complimenting myself. And eventually the list continued to grow.
There you go.
And I started to have that love for myself and that all the insecurities was gone. So once you get to the point where you love yourself and you don't care about what other people think because you're not looking for that validation from them.
That's true.
That's when
it's huge because I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. Man, I don't know if I want to put this out there because of me, or what is my friend gonna think, or what is it like to kind of now be in this new figure of yourself? Do you feel like you kind of separated yourself from the older group that you were in and now kind of evolving into this other kind of guy?
Yeah, I'm still with my close friends, of course.
Yeah.
But when I focused on doing what I love and wasn't, based on fear, when I stepped out and, let go of the fear factors that I had, that's when I noticed change and growth. So I won't say that I necessarily got like a whole new group of friends automatically.
Yeah.
But I did most definitely naturally just
It kind of gravitated towards you a little bit, right? It's that law of attraction
Right,
almost,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been doing a little bit recently. Even doing this, it's kind of like breaking back into my old self. And I took like a little bit of time kind of like really figuring out myself in these past 2 years. I love doing YouTube, I love doing videos, and I love like getting out there.
Yeah.
But I realized it was with the wrong crowd almost. I was super involved into this like car scene almost, and I almost dedicated my life to it because I wanted to get validated from others. I want others to know what I'm driving and what I'm doing. And nowadays it's more of like, I don't know if I really want to tell people what I'm doing. So do you open up about everything and anything you're doing, or is it more of like, let me keep this little information in?
I feel like I jinx things a lot, so I would keep things private until it's official. So like my first car, it depends. So I was like manifesting my first car.
Yeah.
I told all my friends, I'm gonna have my first car. It's gonna be a Mercedes-Benz. Like I'm gonna have a Mercedes-Benz.
There you go.
When it was time for me to get it, I didn't tell anyone I'm at the dealership. I didn't tell anyone that I'm picking it up tomorrow. I waited until I was already inside the car.
You already had it.
Yeah, I already had it. I like to wait until it's official to share the good news.
And I was so negative minded, so learning to kind of figure out myself and figure out, okay, this is what others are doing and this is why they're successful has really kind of shown me different. So with you at, again, such a younger age, what are some of the inspirations that you took from others? What are your favorite motivators out there and people that you really look into and listen to and go, this person did it, I can duplicate it?
Yeah, one of my inspos is Robert Kiyosaki
Okay.
with real estate.
Yeah.
I listened to Tony Robbins, which is how we met at the
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
You know, unfortunately he wasn't there, but that's okay.
I thought he was going to be there.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mostly read a lot of self-development books, which kind of help
Gotcha.
boost my mindset as well. And as far as like, I had to find out what I wanted to become,
Okay.
who I wanted to be,
Yeah.
and then become that. And when that happens, I feel like everything else kind of falls into place.
Yeah. And it almost kind of just, again, it's that law of attraction. It's if you
Yeah.
know it and you believe it and you speak it out loud, it has to happen because you're manifesting that.
Exactly.
How do you deal with negativity? Because I know there's always going to be that
Yeah.
one person that's going, well, you're still not here, and dude, look at you. How do you deal with that negativity, if any negativity?
Yeah, there's always going to be negativity. There's always a
Yeah.
balance of positive, negative.
Can't always be good.
Right. Yeah. So I just really have to cast those down. I used to have a lot of negative thoughts for myself. So it wasn't really other people. It was a lot of self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And my own negative thoughts that was limiting. So I had to just tear them down. I had to cast those out. I'm not.
And that's deep because it's always, you always think it's another entity. You always think
Yeah.
it's someone else always plotting on you, but really it's just you versus you. You know,
Exactly.
it's always, man, is your mind gonna beat you or are you gonna beat the mind,
Right,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Looked at things from a kind of a little different perspective. So I picked up this book actually by Dylan. Dylan got me this book. He picked up this book for me on Christmas, and I began reading a little bit, and it kind of dove into the scientific matter of like the different possibilities there's out there for us. So everything you believe in is true, and everything you don't believe in is also true. And the moment you start tapping into these other different scenarios, and it's like, what if this possibility existed, or what if that possibility existed? A lot of people go, I can never afford that type of car, but what if you did, or what if you could? How do you tap into those other possibilities, and how did you see that? You know what? I have another life rather than the one I'm sitting in right now. Again, being either like a busser or like a waiter. It's like, what was that momentum shift like for you?
Yeah, I really do believe in the law of attraction as well.
Yeah.
But really seeing myself in the life that I wanted to have. When I had my car, I saw myself taking pictures in front of it. I saw myself being in it before I even had it.
You just have that self-belief in you.
Yeah, that self-belief. It's really a mindset thing.
What's the one goal for you this year?
So, I will be closing my first fourplex.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
right,
gonna
we were
be-
talking about that a little bit
my,
last week.
my first investment property.
Nice.
So I'm gonna use the FHA loan and rent out one, or stay in one of the units and rent out the other 3 for cash flow.
Smart.
Yeah, and
Smart.
also as I mentioned, just building my agency. It's not an overnight thing. So
Right.
now, having the LLC established, having the business structure,
Getting everything already dialed in.
even everything dialed in.
Yeah,
so, this year, like for 2024, I will have my agency. Even if it's just 5 people, I'm gonna have an agency.
You're gonna have the agency.
I'm gonna have the agency.
No, I
and
like
I'm
that.
also gonna have
It's February, my man.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the energy.
Yeah.
I got.
And those things, like I mentioned, my mentor just came into Rubio's where I work and
Yeah.
decided to, take me on. That's how that happened. And then you also got to do the work because even though it is a mindset thing, faith without works is dead. So, of course you have to believe it, but you also have to do it. So taking action, which is part of the networking, going out. No one's going to know me if I'm at home in bed,
And I like that. And is it a little bit of luck, do you think? Is it a little bit of like this chance, again, looking into those little probabilities in life? You meeting this mentor at work, was that your sign to go, this is it, this is going to be it for me?
Yeah, I did notice that. I didn't really look at it as luck. I feel like everyone has that
Luck?
Yeah, everyone has that luck, you just gotta apply it.
Right.
When you're doing the work and taking action, it will most definitely pay off 100% all the
Like
time. So,
And besides, I know you're like head into this agency. Is there still YouTube you're looking into? Is there still maybe expanding your art that you're looking into? What else are you looking to kind of dive yourself into a little?
I most definitely, something that I've been holding back from is posting on social media. So
Okay.
I want to do a lot of educational videos. I don't plan to sell any courses.
No,
Everything's
yeah.
going to be 100% free. So I plan to post YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and just tell people how financial freedom is achievable, how you can achieve it, and some tools to do that.
With you kind of have the same idea me and Dylan have a little bit, so I know we're at least thinking alike, right? A lot of people look into it as, man, again, we're not there yet or we haven't made it yet. So is it more of like, kind of documenting your journey a little bit more? So you have those videos way back when, you looking back
Yeah,
on it?
yeah, that's also something I'm looking forward to. Right now, I'm not really. When it comes to social media, I just want to add value. That's
Yeah.
my main goal, is to add value and to be able to spread knowledge and to help people. Because
Yeah.
those who want it are going to come across it and see it, and it's going to be useful for them. So I don't expect anything in return. For me, though, I like journal.
Okay.
So like that's kind of how I document.
I
Like,
haven't even, yeah.
yeah, when I look back on what I used to journal compared to now, I'm like, man, I changed. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
responding the same way. I'm not thinking the same way. I have more gratitude now.
Yeah.
So that's something how I document is through journaling. But when it comes to the YouTube or TikTok part of it, it's just gonna be more for like the community.
Diving into that a little bit more, how is it with like emotional intelligence? How did you kind of learn to really keep that into place a little bit? And I mean, I know obviously we're all still growing, and
Yeah.
even myself to this day, I'm still kind of figuring out, okay, don't react to this, don't put your energy into this. So how did you figure out, let me control myself in certain situations?
Yeah. Meditation.
Meditation, really?
Meditation, yes.
Okay.
When I would meditate, I noticed within the first week of meditating that I was calm and I would think before I speak.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
before, when someone would react in a like someone starts to yell at me in an argument,
Yeah.
before my immediate response would be to defend myself.
Yeah.
But then now with self-reflection, meditation, I have no need to defend myself. I have no need to react to show my point. So it was in a more calm way where the
Relaxed way.
Yeah, relax. And after that, the argument's diffused anyways. You don't have to.
There you go.
I learned I didn't have to spend my energy on that.
Yeah. Is it true? Is it something you apply to yourself? If you're not gonna go spend 5 years on it, don't spend more than 5 minutes. thinking about it.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I do like that because if you're not gonna do it, if you're just thinking about it, then
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. And like even with getting my car, if I would like, yes, it does take belief. It does take knowing that you're gonna have it, believing it. But again, faith without works is dead. You can't just
Right.
expect it to magically appear.
No, you know you're a busy guy. I appreciate your time coming down, sitting down, talking to me. One last thing you want to tell the camera, one last piece of advice you want to tell the people out there.
Yeah.
What's the one message that Joshua has?
I'm gonna steal this message. It's from a friend of mine, Juju. He always says, "Keep going, keep growing."
Keep going, keep growing.
Keep growing.
I
Yeah,
love that.
you gotta have grace and you gotta do the work.
Awesome. So I don't want to take up too much time. I know you have places to be, but appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah,
Last week, guys, I was a nervous wreck. This week, I kind of wanted to redeem myself a little bit, make some more content. And what questions do I want to ask? Because when you have such an important value in front of you, you don't want to waste it. You don't want to waste that moment. You don't want to waste that energy.
I agree.
So, and I'm so intriguingly fascinated with you guys. Like, you guys are so, you guys hold yourself to this standard, and it's almost as if the world is yours, right? Like, no one is going to tell you anything.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, Joshua.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you so much.
appreciate you, Mario.
And again, I look forward to doing this again. But no,
Sure.
thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank
Nice
you.
little talking session with Joshua there. Again, young guy, doing it out on his own, and honestly doing more than I was doing at his age. So props to him. That doesn't kind of put into perspective what I'm trying to do with my channel now. I'm just trying to bring out more positivity, more good vlogs, more good content. I feel like these past few years that I put the camera down, put even social media away. Like, I wasn't on social media as active as I was. I wasn't really into something that I honestly was passionate about, like the car scene and stuff. It was fun. It was great. I met a lot of dope people that I probably wouldn't have met without it. But it always seems like you were seeking validation for something that you were driving rather than actually enjoying the scene. So it was just a weird time. Honestly, as of lately, we've been going crazy. I've just been kind of venturing more out of my own, venturing more into myself, kind of just seeing things different a little bit. I've surrounded myself with people that have done amazing things with their lives, and it's gotten me to the point where I'm even like, not even just motivated, just so driven to get to the same point that they're at. And as of lately, I've been seeing it. I've been envisioning it. I could see it. I know like I could get there to that point as well. So, why not? So I want to officially pick up the camera back up again, maybe make some better content. I got a nice camera, so why not, As of lately, actually, I'm 2 tests away from getting my realtor's license, so that's exciting. It's fun. I've always wanted to get into real estate, and again, the people that I've kind of surrounded myself with have just basically told me, like, why not? So why don't you, There's always something I was doing, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I want to go out and do it. I want to meet other people. I want to just venture out on my own. We've been, as of like in the beginning of the video, as you guys could see, we were doing sports betting now too. Tapped into that a little bit. Obviously, there's its downs, but we've had a lot of great up. The chat I'm in, Goat Sports Vix chat, just phenomenal. Like they hit like crazy. I tag along with them. And we just do it. It's risky, obviously. It's not the safest thing that someone could be doing. To me, it's just something that I love. Like I love doing it. I love taking the risk. And again, there's its lows, there's its highs, but it pays out sometimes. But I've also been tapping a lot more deeper into my stocks, tapping a lot more deeper into crypto. I'm not a guru. I'm not a guru in any of this stuff. That's the point of my videos. You know, I'm not there yet. I'm not that guy yet. But maybe documenting it a little bit, maybe kind of showing what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and kind of looking back one day and going, I did it. Like I was there at one point and now we're here. So that's the purpose of my videos, just to maybe inspire, just to maybe for my own personal, just kind of look back at it and just say I did it. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy the content, by all means, let me know, leave a comment, drop a like, do your thing, but I'll catch you guys in the next video.